Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, September 2nd, and I'm your host, Kristen McDonald. It is great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. Are you ready for some football? All summer long, NCM has been providing updates on the new field and lights at Norwood High School, and this was an exciting week for the project. The turf has finally arrived and it's looking great. The workers executed the installation with the precision of a well-designed play by Bill Belichick. Let's toss it out back and hear from the professionals.
Hi, from Norwood High School. We're here giving a status update on the turf replacement project. Our turf has been delivered from Texas and the majority of it has been installed. It comes in rolls and has been placed. As you can see behind me, the green is in place. The workers from Sprint Turf are busy putting in the lines. Those lines are tufted right into the turf, the various colors for the different sports. What we have remaining with the turf is they'll come in and put in a light layer of sand, and then they come in with what they call the crumb rubber infill, which provides the cushioning within the artificial carpet. And they're wrapping it up pretty soon.
Sprint Turf provided the turf installation, and just like the teams and bands who will use the new turf, you need teamwork to get the job done.
So what we do here is we have to make sure all your white lines in the right location. So before we start, we have to measure the panel from the center out. After that, we cut the edges according to the right measurement, and now we place them on top of each other. It's like an accordion that is going to open up, or it's like a book that we are just going to flip it open. So the black side is up because of that. And then once it's prepared, we align it so the stitcher has an easier time to blow the fibers out of the way and then sew them two pieces together. And once the sewing is done, we stretch it, we just double check our stitch. If there is any skips anywhere, we fix it by hand, manually, and then we flip it over, and the process just continues over and over that way.
The last leg of the project is completing the new track surface. Once this is completed, the field and track will be ready for use.
So once the installation of the turf field is completed, the next part of the process will be surfacing, the track surfacing, which is a half-inch layer of rubber, and then a top layer of color coating, and finally striping the track. And this is about a 3-week process.
The Mustang football team had the opportunity to go on the field for the first time, and senior Ethan Brownbill is excited for the home opener and appreciates that the town made the investment.
It's really nice to be able to play in this field. We're really excited for our first game that we get to play on here. I think it'll be really fun. Hopefully a lot of people come out. I think we'll have a great night first time we're here. Just want to say thank you to everyone who voted for the new field, new lights. It means a lot to us. We wanted to get this for a while, and it's going to be a great time when we have this. Thank you.
As you can see, it is almost ready for game time, and NCM will continue to provide these exclusive behind-the-scene updates. The athletic department has been busy this summer prepping for the fall season. Here's Athletic Director John Longley with the latest.
Hi, John Longley, Director of Athletics at Norwood High. We have an update on some of our facility projects to start the fall season, what's been going on over the course of the summer. It's been a really busy summer and we're excited for the fall season. Town meeting last year, as most of you will know, approved a major renovation project to our athletic stadium here at Norwood High. We have a completely renovated track, synthetic turf, and we have added lighting to the stadium. So that stadium project started right after graduation in June, and the lights have been installed and the track has been prepped, and this week, over the past 7 or 8 days, the turf is being installed. So once the turf is finished, there's a few-week process where they spray the track. So we're really looking at a timeline currently, the end of September, for the full facility to be open. As people know, there's been delays to the project. Our project, all the entities were on time with the exception of the actual turf itself. That, unfortunately, due to some manufacturing delays arrived late, which put us behind a little bit. But the company really, once the turf has been arrived, their crew has done a tremendous job working day and night to get everything set up, and the project has really moved along a lot in the past week. So we're looking forward to opening the stadium the end of September, early October, with boys and girls soccer, field hockey, football, some night games in there. So it's really going to be a great resource for the community and a source of pride for the town, particularly with the lights. That's something that Norwood has not had, and most of the surrounding communities enjoyed lights in their athletic stadium. So I know the kids and the coaches and people are really looking forward to that. So that should be really fun once we get the go-ahead in a few weeks. So another project that we took on with the help of the Athletic Booster Club is a significant championship banner project that we started a few years ago with our sectional and state championship banners. And then this past year, the Booster Club purchased league championship banners, which have been raised to the rafters in the gymnasium, replacing some of the generic banners that were in there. So now you can go in and you can see each sport, what years they won league championships, whether it was in the Bay State Conference or in our current league, the Tri-Valley League. So I think those are really the kids and people in the community, really alumni will enjoy those, and we'll keep those updated. And the gym really looks great. The floor was refinished. There was the Buildings and Grounds Department with Paul Riccardi and Chris Folan upgraded the lighting in the gym at the high school. So the gym really looks great too. So we're looking forward to a great fall season with some upgraded facilities, and we're excited for our teams. Our teams have been going now for about 10 days, but games will start after Labor Day, and we're excited for a great school year. So really looking forward to it.
We would like to give a special shout out to Severian Brothers High School for allowing the NHS field hockey team to practice on their turf. The Norwood Fire Department is pleased to announce that as of August 8th, they have been operating a second ALS, or Advanced Life Support Ambulance, in the town of Norwood. Firefighter and paramedic Mike Chisholm highlights the benefits of making this life-saving service available to the community.
And day to day, you really wouldn't notice the difference between the ambulances, but at Norwood Fire we have both EMT basics and EMT paramedics. The difference is honestly in schooling. Paramedic schooling is significantly longer, a lot more involved, and it involves a lot of advanced procedures that EMT basics can't do pre-hospitally. So Norwood took on paramedics in 2006 when the Norwood Hospital got rid of their fly paramedics, to call them that. They used to ride around like a Ford Bronco, a pickup truck, and they would intercept and meet the basics on scene. When they discontinued that, Norwood started their own paramedic program with one paramedic ambulance, and since then we've been building towards a second paramedic ambulance to be able to provide paramedics 24/7. In the hope, and now it being a reality, that when you dial 911, one of the ambulances that you get from Norwood, if you get a Norwood ambulance with how busy we are, you'll be getting at least a paramedic level ambulance. What it means to the residents of Norwood is they're getting the highest level of care available pre-hospitally, aside from something like critical care that you see with the med-flight helicopters. Our staffing changed a little bit, so now sometimes you may have two paramedics on the ambulance, but you also may have an EMT basic and a paramedic, in which case if there's a significantly critical call, you'll get a paramedic from one of the other fire trucks or somewhere else in the building. So an EMT, what they call BLS, basic life support, EMTs are able to do simple bandaging, splinting, they can operate an AED, CPR, basic airway management. Paramedics or advanced life support are able to intubate people, so you've probably seen it on TV where they take what we call a laryngoscope and they put a tube down into someone's trachea. We carry a drug box of 42 medications, all for different situations. We can do some advanced procedures as far as handling patients, 12 leads, looking at people's hearts, trying to decide if there's a blockage in a certain part of the heart and determining our destination that way. The old adage is the paramedic ambulance brings the ER to the patient's bedside. And the main success behind this program, obviously, is the guys on the trucks, the EMTs and the paramedics here at Norwood Fire. They're the ones that are coming into your house at 3 o'clock in the morning on your worst day. And if it wasn't for the guys working on these trucks and showing up, the program wouldn't have been a success. So it's truly the guys you see working on the trucks, they're the ones that this is so successful.
While we hope we never need the services of an ALS ambulance, it's a relief knowing that NFD is ready to answer the call. We'll be right back with a few updates from the Senior Center and the Freshmen Visit NHS.
The Morrill Memorial Library offers a variety of free programs throughout the year. During the month of September, the library will be hosting several events open to residents. Registration may be required ahead of time. On Saturday, September 10th, experience the art of henna. Join multi-award-winning New England artist Noreen Sultana. The class will run from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The event is first come, first serve. On Tuesday, September 13th at 7 p.m., virtually join the Latina Heritage Authors Panel. Chat with authors Isabel Canas, Romina Garber, Priscilla Oliveras, and Caridad Pinheiro and learn about their journeys to becoming published authors. This is a virtual event and registration is required. On Monday, September 19th, join author Joshua Prager as he discusses his book, The Family Row. The event will be moderated by Radio Boston's Tiziana Deering, and this event will be virtual. Registration is required. On Thursday, September 22nd, the Morrill Memorial Library is teaming up with Ashland Library and the Senior Center to bring you author David Crew. Crew will be part of a virtual author talk to discuss his book, The Building of Route 128, The Road We Love to Hate. This will be a virtual event and registration is required. A reminder to library patrons that the library will be closed on Monday, September 5th for Labor Day. The Morrill Memorial Library is an important resource for the town of Norwood. To learn more about the programs the library offers, visit their website at norwoodlibrary.org or give them a call at 781-769-0200.
After 2 years, the Big Y reopened their doors on Thursday, September 1st. Norwood News reporter Brian Boudreau visited the brand new store.
It's an exciting day here in Norwood. The Big Y on Walpole Street is officially open for business. Store director Nate Draper tells us about some new exciting offerings that are now available in this new and improved Big Y.
I'm excited to finally have customers back in the building. It's been a journey getting back here, and we're excited to just host the community again. We have a whole lot of amenities here that we didn't have before. We have a full bakery and cakes. We had sushi that we didn't have before. We have a full sandwich line, pizza line. We now have Boar's Head Meats. We have fried seafood. I can't even run down the list. There's so many things here, honestly, that just didn't exist in the old building that we're excited to share with people. Oh, for sure. We have a completely touchless payment option where you can scan your own groceries and check out without a person at all. We have self-scan, or we still have the full registers as usual. Yeah, we do have the EV stations out there. Literally state-of-the-art. I mean, everything in this building, top to bottom, is brand new, as good as we can get. I mean, I think it's just, for us, it's always about being local and try and stay. I mean, like, we support. We're a Massachusetts company, and we always try and support Massachusetts companies. We have a whole lot of things. We have Davidian Farms from Northborough, has a whole bunch of produce here. There's a whole bunch of other, like, maple syrup products. I mean, I can't run the gamut, but there's all kinds of local things, trying to support people locally, because that's what we stand for largely. The effort of our associates to get the building open, and again, serving customers again. We're just excited to be back in business after 19 months, I think it was, from the last one closed, yeah.
And the store is open just in time for Labor Day weekend, so if you have to get a few last-minute items for that family cookout, now's the time to come on down. For Norwood News, I'm Brian Boudreau.
The Senior Center had a packed summer season with cookouts, games, and outside fun, but now it's time to kick off the fall fun. Carrie McCarthy has a full schedule planned for September.
So September, we have a jam-packed month again. We're kicking it off on September 7th. The Norwood Fire Department, their union, is going to come to the Senior Center at 5 o'clock and throw a cookout for our seniors. So September 1st is sign up, so please give us a call and sign up for that. It will be a great event. They do it every year. There's no charge. They pay for the whole thing. So we're very fortunate that they come and do that for us. And then on Friday, we have a flower lab of Walpole coming, and they will do a floral arrangement with you. And that is at 1 o'clock, and the cost of that program is $8. And then the Friends of the Council on Aging are starting a new dance. We have our usual ballroom dancing the third Friday of every month. This month, on September 9th, they are doing a 60s and 70s dance. They held one last in July, and it went very well. They had almost 100 people. So if you want to just come dance, it's a lot of line dancing, single dances, not just ballroom dancing. So that's a new program that we're starting, and it's going really well. Then we have the normal Friday night dance on the 16th with the DB band. And then on September 19th, we have a presentation by Bridges of Epic. It's called, Is It Normal Aging or Is It Memory Loss? Alicia Seaver is the speaker, and she's amazing, and she will give you a lot of tips on aging with a healthy brain. And then on September 22nd, we have Gary Highlander. He's coming to do a lecture. And on September 30th, we are having line dance with Susan Dargan. The month of September is also Senior Center Month. So at the end of the month, we're not sure of the exact date yet, we will be having an ice cream social to invite everybody and celebrate Senior Center Month.
This past Tuesday, the Council on Aging sponsored their last Tuesday night supper. The seniors of Norwood received their food from special servers. Let's take a look.
So tonight is our final Tuesday night dinner of the season. We host Tuesday night dinners every evening in the summer, every Tuesday from 5 to 7 we have a dinner here. Sometimes we have entertainment, but often we have just a dinner and lots of socializing. Tonight we have the Norwood Police Department as our community guest servers, and they're here to serve the seniors their dinner.
The Norwood High School class of 2026 came to Norwood High last week for their freshman orientation. Principal Dr. Hugh Galligan recaps the morning.
On Thursday, August 25th, we had the great fortune to host our new student orientation here at Norwood High School. So with that, we welcomed all incoming freshmen, as well as any transfer students in grades 10, 11, or 12 to have their first NHS experience to kick it off before the school year actually starts. This is a great day because it gives our new students an opportunity to get a feel for the building, to meet various staff members and student leaders so that they have an adjustment period and an opportunity to ask questions and feel comfortable before the first day of school. What this day entails is when students come in, they have a brief presentation from administration. Our school counseling staff gets an opportunity to speak with them about their school schedules and introduce the way that that works, course requirements, graduation requirements, those types of things. And then really the highlight of it is our students working with our Mustang mentors. And our Mustang mentors are student leaders who are upperclassmen who take on the role of being mentors to these students, not just for those couple hours that they're here visiting during orientation, but can also be a familiar face and resource for those students as they transition during the first couple weeks of school. So they have an opportunity to tour the facility, to see the campus and all that we have to offer here at NHS. They have an opportunity to move to their WIN block, which is kind of their home base, to be able to work with a group of Mustang mentors and meet a staff member to be able to go over their schedule in detail, to be able to open their lockers, find out, answer those questions and get kind of those first day jitters out before the first day actually happens. And then we wrap it up with with a great pizza party to build on our sense of community. So it's a great day to have an opportunity to meet our newest Mustangs, welcome them to the community, and help ease the transition for a successful school year.
In town government news, Monday night the planning board met and St. Catherine's brought a 4-phase master plan before the board. They plan to add a turf field with lights and some greenery around the area.
The big components we're doing here, the first one, which is queued up for this fall, is a turf field here behind the elementary school, rather than the sea of parking. Today, everything behind the school is just a sea of parking with very little landscaping on the edges in the periphery. There's paint on the ground. The kids, follow some of the paint, hopscotch, Foursquare, things like that. I was a lucky parent to have one of the child's fall on their face in the 2nd grade and had to come pick her up. So they're looking for softer surfaces to play on and an improved campus feel. So the turf would be in phase 1. The other subsequent phases are improving the parking area, making it a little more defined, and improving a bus drop-off lane for drop-off and pickup in the morning and in the afternoons. A plaza space connecting it. Today, the reason we want to break this up is today people can drive through and do drive through after hours during school and session, and after school they broke this off. So people still try to sneak through. So we're going to create some more formal hardscape, put in some green, a bunch of trees as you can see, really create a nice plaza space. Emergency vehicles would have the ability to drive through this if needed to connect.
The board approved the plan by phases and has 4 years to complete their master plan. St. Catharines will provide updates to the planning board throughout the process. At the Monday night capital outlay meeting, the committee approved the FY23 capital plan.
All in favor of this year's plan?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous.
We will take the information, we'll build the full document, and it'll take us a little bit of time. It is easier, sorry, I borrowed Bob's sheets earlier, going to borrow them again. As we're initially going through the process, it's easier for us to make adjustments here. Once we sort of go to the whole full document and we make one change, it triggers 47 other changes and takes us all day to get it done. But we can prepare this document reasonably quick if you give us a few weeks, get it out to everyone, and then we can sit and say, what are we seeing here and what are we not seeing, and are we able to sort of follow the projects through the process.
The Capital Outlay Committee will meet again in September to continue reviewing the 5-year capital plan before sending the plans to both the Finance Commission and Board of Selectmen. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government Channel or watch on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Stay tuned after this break to travel back in time with the Historical Society.
Hello, my name is Julie Barber-Issa and I am the Energy Advocate for the town of Norwood. Norwood has been selected to participate in the Community First Partnership offered by the sponsors of Mass Save, partnering with the town of Walpole and the town of Sharon. Norwood is working with local Mass Save sponsor, National Grid, to provide cost-saving energy efficiency solutions to residents, small businesses, houses of worship, and local nonprofits. There will be a particular emphasis on reaching renters and landlords, English isolated residents, low to moderate income households, and small businesses, though all Norwood residents and business owners who heat primarily with natural gas can participate. All other Norwood residents, those who heat their homes with oil or electric, are eligible for energy efficiency incentives through Norwood Municipal Light Department's partnership with Energy New England. Owners, renters, and landlords can receive a no-cost home energy assessment to identify energy-saving opportunities, such as insulation and heating and cooling equipment upgrades. Weatherization and air sealing can close up gaps and holes that cause cold air drafts in the winter and also allow hot air to enter the house in the summer. Sealing these gaps can make your home more comfortable year-round and reduce your energy by as much as 30%. If you have been considering a new heating or cooling system, incentives have never been higher for heat pumps, and homeowners may qualify for rebates of up to $10,000. This applies to both National Grid and Norwood Light customers. The Mass Save sponsors offer up to 100% off the cost of approved upgrades for single-family homes and 2 to 4 unit residential buildings. You may qualify for no-cost air sealing, 75 to 100% off the cost of approved insulation, and rebates on high-efficiency heating and cooling equipment. Residents can also receive a variety of no-cost energy-saving products such as water-saving devices and programmable thermostats. There are 0% financing opportunities available to qualifying residents. Incentives will vary depending on how you heat your home and the needs of your home. Norwood small business owners can also receive a no-cost energy assessment and qualify for upgrades and energy-saving devices. To learn more and sign up for a no-cost energy assessment, those who heat primarily with gas can visit masssave.com/NSW, and those who heat with oil and electric can visit norwoodlight.com/rebates. You can also call 781-536-9864. I'm available to help you through this process and answer any questions you may have. If you would like to get in touch with me directly, please email jbarberisa@norwoodma.gov. Thank you.
If you're on social media, you may be enjoying some interesting articles posted by the Norwood Historical Society. Historical Society member George Curtis is credited with starting this during the pandemic.
So during the pandemic, we were looking for ways to engage more people. We knew more people were at home, people weren't at work, they were looking for things to entertain themselves online, and we were looking for things to post online, and I came across an article that was similar to a date that was coming up on the calendar, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to post it on the date that it was originally posted? And I posted it and it got a good response, and I thought, wouldn't this be fun to just do on a regular basis? So I started doing it. People seem to really like it. The sports stories seem to be very popular. There have been some other stories that have been surprisingly popular, but it has been much more successful than I expected, so I'm very happy. So we do have a variety of sources. The Historical Society does have our own newspapers. We have a bunch of Norwood Messenger newspapers that were bound by the press in Norwood years ago. About 18 or 19 years or so of newspapers that we have in our collection, and then we have miscellaneous newspaper clippings through the years that people have donated or that we've collected. But the library is also an excellent resource on microfilm, and then there are also newspaper sites online that you can visit where you can research pretty much any topic you want. I just want to say that we've been trying other programming like this. The Wonderful Women of Norwood is another digital series we're running. Emily Curtis Fisher will be featured in that soon. We've done some neighborhood walking tours recently that have been very successful. And we're just happy that This Day in Norwood History has been bringing more attention to the Historical Society, and that's the goal, is just to get more people interested in local history and let them know, what a great resource the Historical Society is.
To learn more about This Day in History, check out the Norwood Historical Society on Facebook or visit their website at norwoodhistoricalsociety.org. Last Thursday, the Norwood Library hosted acclaimed New England author William Martin. Martin talks about his latest historical thriller called December 41, which is about the plot to assassinate FDR. NCM was there to capture the event.
Every novel has a different genesis. They get started in different ways. I think I may have gotten an idea for my next novel today on the golf course. But we're not going to get into that. I see a lot of copies of Back Bay around, and now the oldest book I've ever signed, because that book came out 42 years ago now, and that paperback is 41 years old. The trade paperback here is hold that up. The trade paperback is somewhat newer, which is a good thing because it means that the books stay in circulation. And those little footprints on the sands of time that you're leaving aren't quite filling in yet, as long as they keep reprinting the books and putting them on audio tape and stuff like that. But Back Bay was born in the 4th grade geography class at the Robert Gould Shaw School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's now called, I think it's got a new name now. Oh, Linden. Yeah, they took the Linden name away from some other school and put it on that school, even though they had named that school after one of the great Civil War heroes of Massachusetts.
The full event is now airing on NCM's community channel, and you do not want to miss it. Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.